When you hear the word plastic, what comes to mind? Probably waste, right? But what if that same basic material could also diagnose an infection in literally minutes? In this explainer, we're unpacking some incredible insights from polymer chemist Dr. Thomas Swift, who is featured on Under the Microscope, the flagship podcast from the Science Talk, to discover a whole world of smart polymers that's hiding in plain sight.
So, let's start with the image problem. For most of us, plastic is a symbol of pollution, clogging up our oceans and our landfills. And it turns out, even the scientists who create these materials, they felt that pressure.
I mean, listen to that quote. According to Dr. Swift, this is something felt right inside the scientific community. It's not just an outside critique. The very people making these materials have had to stop and ask themselves, are we the problem here?
But here's the thing. Thinking that all polymers are just disposable plastic, well, it's like saying all music is just elevator music. You're only getting a tiny piece of the picture, and you're missing out on some absolutely incredible science.
So, to really see past this problem, we need a new way of looking at it. And that starts by going back to a very, very simple and fundamental definition.
At its absolute core, a polymer is just a really big molecule. That's it. And get this, that one category includes the DNA that makes you who you are and all the synthetic materials that coat our world. Shifting our thinking from plastic to polymer is the key that unlocks this whole new world of possibilities.
And, okay, this is where it gets really exciting. Instead of just making stuff like bags and bottles, scientists are designing smart polymers. These things are built for super specific, high-value jobs. We're talking about materials that can actually grab onto and pull impurities out of water, or act like tiny little sentinels to detect bacteria or even explosives. And this isn't just something they're dreaming up in a lab. It's leading to real-world breakthroughs. Let's look at one really powerful example from Dr. Swift's work that could totally revolutionize medicine.
The impact here is just enormous. Instead of waiting, anxiously for 24 to 48 hours to get lab results back, imagine a doctor just adding a polymer agent to a sample and getting a diagnosis in 5 minutes. For treating infections fast, that is a complete game changer.
So, with all this potential, what's the big hurdle? What's holding us back from having even more discoveries, just like that 5-minute infection test?
Well, it all comes down to a problem of scale. All of this amazing, world-changing science is happening on the nanometer level. It's so unbelievably small that just being able to see and understand what these smart polymers are doing, that's the main challenge facing the entire field.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question, doesn't it? We started by changing how we think about plastic and reframed it as this huge world of polymers. Now, it seems the next wave of breakthroughs is just waiting for a new way to physically see them in action. It really makes you wonder, what other solutions are already right there in front of us, if only we had a better way to look?